Today's forecast: cloudy with a chance of sunshine. Weather forecasting has become a sophisticated science powered by satellites and supercomputers, but it wasn't always this way. In earlier times, people relied on observation, instinct, and folklore, reading the skies with established wisdom. In Luke's Gospel, Jesus refers to this traditional skill. When you see a cloud rising in the west, you immediately say, "It's going to rain." He marvels at how people can interpret the signs of nature so well, yet remain blind to the significant signs unfolding right before them. He warns, a storm is coming. Do you think I've come to bring peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. From now on, 5 in a household will be divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. Jesus' message isn't one of an easy peace. Many spiritual paths seek an inner serenity by turning away from the world's chaos. But Jesus doesn't offer peace at any price. His way is the path of justice, righteousness, and truth. And truth, by its very nature, disrupts falsehood. To follow Christ is to challenge the world's assumptions, and that challenge inevitably brings conflict. As the 4th Gospel says, if they persecute me, they will persecute you. This struggle is nothing new. 600 years earlier, Jeremiah, a priest from Anathoth, felt compelled to confront the complacency of his time. His calling brought him pain, rejection, and fierce opposition. We heard part of his story in today's first reading, but the full book reveals a man who wrestled with remaining faithful despite hostility and self-doubts. Tradition even claims that Jeremiah was sawn in half, a fate not recorded in the scriptures but mentioned in later writings. Whether literal or symbolic, it speaks of the cost of prophetic truth. We need encouragement to be faithful. So now let's turn to another kind of cloud, a cloud of support. In the book of Hebrews, we meet a group of priests who had embraced Jesus but were now growing weary. We may find this surprising, but we know from the book of Acts that many Jerusalem priests did indeed accept Jesus as the Christ. Yet this new faith came at a cost. Cast out from the temple, they no doubt missed its grandeur and their former roles. The fervent opposition from former friends and colleagues took its toll. The author of Hebrews writes to encourage them, reminding them of their spiritual ancestors, Rahab, Gideon, Barak, Samson, David, who endured suffering for the sake of faith. He even goes into the gory details of their suffering. They are mocked, flogged, stoned. He even seems to know the tradition of Jeremiah's fate, ending up in 2 pieces. These heroes of the faith are not distant memories. They are a living crowd, like spectators in the arena, cheering us on in our race. We are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, he writes. I was raised in a deeply individualistic spirituality. Jesus alone, faith alone. The Bible alone. Me alone. But in my 20s, I discovered a richer Catholic spirituality in the Anglican Church. Christ remains at the centre, the heart of our faith, but he is no longer alone. He is surrounded by the communion of saints. One Anglican prayer beautifully expresses this supportive role of the saints. Following their example and strengthened by their fellowship, we may run with perseverance the race that is set before us. Discipleship can feel like a struggle. For some, it's keeping the faith in small, declining churches in a society which seems indifferent to our beliefs. For others, it's suffering more active persecution. When storms rage, when we are ignored or persecuted, we are not alone. Our weak prayers are lifted up by the encouragement of Mary, the Mother of the Lord, the saints, apostles, and martyrs of all ages. Christ remains our focus, but his coming is always with all his saints. The forecast for us? Cloudy, but with a chance of glory. Amen.